I think that people, this new minister, even me, I like new ministers.
Yeah.
I like personable ministers.
Honorable Daddy-o?
I like I like TikTok ministers. I like minister who walking with his wife. That was a different minister because remember he got dragged when he was prime minister when he come out the car and he left her in the car and his aide had to go and get out the car.
She used to walk slow.
His aide had to go and get her out the car. Now they holding hands and eating ice cream together. Yeah. Y'all trying to put on a show for us and people buying it. They love it. But some of us still also remember.
But it proves that he is a man who is contrite, Francesca. And as long as you know what the problem with the 2017 to circa 2017 to 2021 minister administration, you know what our difficulty was with them? They lacked contrition. Michael Pintard sits in the parliament today because if you remember him on the campaign trail, every time Michael Pintard come on the stage, he sound like someone's calling him up with hot water. Oh, we so sorry. We know we ain't get it all right. Don't kill us, please. Give me one more chance. But it worked because he appeared to be, while Jeff Lloyd and they were up there.
Jeff Lloyd and they.
Yeah. The people who people were listening to in the body were still trying to toe the party line and speak forcefully on behalf of the party. Check Michael Pintard's speeches in 20, not a single piece of support. Michael Pintard come on the stage and say, I'm so sorry, Jesus, please send me back.
But
it worked.
But why would you invite somebody into the party who the people don't even want?
But that's people want him now because he's a contrite man.
But this is the thing. He just started this social media campaign. Maybe, what, you give him 3 months?
Yeah,
3 months?
6 months, maybe.
People hated him 6 months ago. Nobody liked him 6 months ago. Yes. So if they took the chance and they said, we're going to put this man on a ticket, they were taking a chance of losing a seat. I'm taking a chance of losing support.
You think they're taking less chance losing the seat now?
Even within the party, yes. You know why? Because a lot of people vote party and not person. And a lot of independents have found that out the hard way, right? So they risking it all, but it might actually pay off.
They look like they're betting their whole hand on this, right?
Well, it might actually pay off.
And if you believe any at all in Christianity, then you must accept that if Saul could find it on the road to Damascus, then ministers must be able to find it on TikTok. But
this Dr. Menace, and I will continue to say it, is completely different from the one that was then. I don't know that. Let's take everything back to relationships.
Sure.
You're in a relationship, the man cheat, he do you bad, you break up, right? You break up, he run around, he do whatever. Now you won't come back, right? He buying you flowers, he being nice. He comes say, I spoke to the lady, I went to therapist, I go to church with you, baby. He will be the nicest, sweetest. I mean, that man will rub your feet and buy you dinner. Ministers rubbing feet and buying dinner. But how can you tell that if you take him back, he won't turn back into the person that he was?
So let's use your analogy, right? I think that is exactly who he was. He was the man who you catch with his hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah.
No problem. And you were upset. In the moment, you were
irate.
The moment? Yeah, the minute you caught him, you were irate.
I was.
And you wanted him to die.
Yes, it's a little extreme.
You lay down and you look at the ceiling of this house and you say, Lord, this roof over my head, this man giving me, And you jump in your Mercedes and you say, Lord, I really was.
No, he didn't give it to me. He probably put me in a position.
He postured me.
Okay, so my question to you, we could stop right there. So just because he put the roof over my head mean that he could beat me?
No, but at least you have reason to consider giving him one chance.
He's already gotten so many chances, and it's not even just about Pintard. I don't think any of them like him right now. We don't know who he is behind closed doors.
The people love him.
The people love TikTok menace. They don't like my fellow Bahamians. They don't like.
What you know is he won't live there, my fellow Bahamians.
All you have to do is say my fellow Bahamians one time.
Back in the doldrums.
He's back in the doghouse. Come on. People like this TikTok menace, but we're not sure that that's going to be the menace that we get.
What is interesting though is, it seems like the best advocacy that Dr. Menace can get at any time in his career is from PLPs.
Anyway, we have more on this subject when we come back. We'll be back right after this.
Eye on the Nation will be back right after these messages.
vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Okay, guys, this is what we doing today. We training for the bounce back. This 150K payday. Y'all ready? Yes. Y'all sweating today. Give me a 2 ball. 10. Give me another 2 ball. 15. You spin, right? It don't look so. It's 10K. Name these games after me. Full Dragon. Full Dragon. Cinema Classic. Cinema Classic. Yeah. Put that parlay in. Put that in. You know, Jalen Brunson disappointed us last time. You gonna walk for this or you gonna run for this? Good pace. Good pace. Not too much water. Put it down. Let's go.
It's the Bounce Back 150K payday. Big wins for 10 weeks straight. 15K every week. 10K to a lucky winner. Visit islandluck.com for more info. Island Luck. Winners live here.
Edenwell has expanded their testing menu. We now offer blood work, drug screening, and so much more. Our hours of operation are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Saturday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m., located on 11 Madera Street. We are here for all of your laboratory needs, with fast and reliable lab work done by our friendly and knowledgeable staff. Let us help you take the needed steps to stay in the know about your health. Let's keep working towards a healthier you. Stay Eden well.
Hey, it's time to lock in your vote.
Your vote is your power.
With the new boundaries in place, you may need to transfer or confirm your voter registration.
And if you have never registered or didn't plan to vote,
don't get left out on one of the most important decisions of your future.
Make sure when election day comes, you're ready to say,
your say, your vote, your choice.
Have you registered to vote? Join us February 18th, 2026 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at ILTV Studios on University Drive.
It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Levi Miller.
I'm Sandy Brown. I almost forgot it was me.
Oh yeah? Who did you think you were?
I don't know. I was
Sandy?
reading something. I got distracted. Before we jump back into it, can we get some of the comments from the people?
Since everybody gets your name wrong, I've never met somebody who people get their name wrong even more than mine.
I can tell you right now, there is a Shani, Shannie. You know, close, just no H, but was almost there. But this person says more people love Menace than Pintard. Someone say no man, not TikTok Menace. Someone said let the constituency decide his future, not the party.
Nobody does that.
Someone said you're right, Sandy. That one spelled my name right. While I feel sorry for Menace, I don't trust them to change. When they show you who they are the first time, you believe them.
Let them sleep in the guest bedroom.
And somebody said, and this is, listen to me, Gina. This is the Menace I remember. I'll never forget when Menace said, what part of that you don't understand? If you look at the alphabet, A is A, B is B, C is C. That don't change. 1, 2, 3. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
I think we have that video. This is the Menace I remember. Play that. That's the Menace I remember.
About that you don't understand. If you look at the alphabet, A is A, B is B, C is C. That don't change. 1, 2, 3. I gave the answer. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
That's who you trust to come back.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
That's who you trust to come
Why y'all
back.
keep asking minister hard questions?
He was the prime minister.
Yeah, military was high military. All ministers can do is high military.
That's the prime minister. That's the minister we remember. I mean, it's funny now because it's years ago and we ain't traumatized like that no more.
Yeah.
But it was not funny then. If people are asking you the questions that the people want to know, you answer them. I think one time you tell them, say, I go into the gym. I don't have time for this.
Yeah, okay, so let me ask you a question. You remember Mr. Ingram in 2002 obliterated by Mr. Christie, right? So much so that when they asked Mr. Ingram after the election in 2002, would he lead the Free National Movement, he said, lead them well. Right? But he comes back in 2007, and can you remember he says, I'm an older man now. I've had time to develop some more. I'm a grandfather now, My grandchildren call me Papa.
I remember.
All of a sudden, we love him. Same 5-year period.
And then we run him back out again.
So minister
because we gave him another chance and he still did his bad and we run him again. And that's what you want us to do,
Minister
another 5 years of punishment?
I was human minister and I am the daddy-o now.
The point is, he is sweet and nice and funny and personable now because he need us.
But how?
But
How will he convince
when he had us,
all them fellas to give him back power?
When he had us, he treated us terribly.
So let me in the house, I can sleep in the guest bedroom?
No. When you was in the guest bedroom, you was doing me bad too. I cannot trust you to come back in here. And honestly,
Who makes better eggs in the morning?
I think we take these politicians and we want them to be bigger than the problem or bigger than the situation. These are just men, with huge egos.
Sure. Well, if someone blow a trumpet for you every time you stand up, that wouldn't do something.
Exactly. And Minnis has it out for Pintard. Sans ain't his biggest fan. Sans was a part of the crew.
Yeah.
I never understood how he let Sans back in with this our girl. They letting Rollins back in. That's another one I wouldn't trust further than I could see him.
Rollins is, I think Rollins is.
This is Rollins' 30th party. You cannot say anything to me.
He got good talent.
He have good teeth. That's what you like about him. Because you have a thing with teeth.
He's dynamic.
And he cannot be trusted. That is what the problem is. But I'm just saying, I see enough change. Did you go see the lady?
Certainly, whatever.
Did you go to a therapist? Did you do anything?
Whatever Dr. Dennis has done, it has certainly convinced the
He hired
honorable
young people to be in charge of his TikTok.
But that works so masterfully. Wayne Monroe say, Hubert Menace is the best in the world. I don't know what these people problem is with him. I never see no leader of the Free National better than Menace. Man, boo.
Menace probably promised me something. Let's see part 2.
Wayne Monroe, they're putting his head on the chopping block.
And as the old people say, Madam Speaker, how could you bite the hand that feeds you? And Kalani won't do it, because Kalani have too much class to do it. But St. Barnabas sitting next to him, he gave you the job, man. Why you ain't stand up for him? He gave you the job. You ain't stand up for him. You let them put him down. Stand up for the man. Stand up for the man who stood up for you. And stop running away. You're running away. You're running away, St. Barnabas. But you can't run away from yourself. Why you ain't running in St. Barnabas?
Well,
you're running and listen, when did we get funny?
I know, but I say to myself, right, so he's a friend of mine, Shine, Shine 242. I say, well, look at how they quoting Shine in the parliament. Because he just made that song, running, you're running away.
I know.
That's the same thing.
I know if he's listening to that.
What you mean?
I know if he's listening to that.
So the minister likes to hang out with places where people fry fish. And they play the kind of music where people fry.
He does,
right.
I'm not gonna lie. There's a certain place that he loves to be.
So I know that's where he gets that from, right? But next time, minister, you say, you can run. You didn't talk about old people. Old people would say, but you can't outrun this beating if you run backwards.
Let me tell you what Minister did say, because he was the one that posted the clip that got everyone's attention. And he said, my wife and the people of Kalani told me that I should publicly thank you. This was Honorable Wayne Monroe, QC, MP, Freetown. So thank you. You stood up for me in Parliament, not for politics and party points, but as a man, and that meant something. You didn't have to speak on how I was treated, especially as the PLP candidate for Freetown. It would have been easier to stay silent, but you didn't. That takes courage. You have a good speech writer. This ChatGPT did him well. Beyond party colors, principle still matters, and one day this full story will be told.
And
until
we will
then,
hold hands,
thank you.
walking together in unity. Bahamians, we all. My goodness, isn't that fantastic? Who wrote this?
Chatty. Chatty definitely wrote that.
We ain't just tell you. We ain't say, listen to me. When you ask about free national movement leaders, my brother, y'all want something better than Menace? Menace is wonderful.
Wayne think Menace is low fence, and with Menace as the head of the party, the PLP could do better than if it was someone else. Sometimes they be playing chess and not checkers.
If Menace is low fence, Pintard is no fence. That's open yard.
No, honestly, I think some people would prefer. Because Pintard has not been tried, he's not been tested. Right?
I don't know what they do in the ads with him talking about being a helper on the construction site. Why y'all take that down?
So we don't know what we're going to get with Pintard. We don't know, honestly.
And that's the scary piece.
It's either you go with what you had, that you hated and got rid of, in hopes that he's going to change, or try something brand new.
We know Menace is a madman, right?
So why put the madman back? Why put the crazies in charge of the asylum?
Might be a lunatic. And at least 1 week of treatment medication.
People say you stop going backward, you go forward. Leave the past in the past. Let's go forward,
PLPs
man.
everywhere must be saying, well, at least we say fit brave. Don't mind me 74. At least he's steady. And that's a very good, vitamin regimen apparently, because he does more than most 74 years.
You have to give it to Brave, though. I will say this. When Brave came into power, a lot of people did not trust him.
I didn't believe.
A lot of people did not believe. And, he had been fighting for that for a while. Christy had promised him, and then Christy said, no, man, let me do it again.
Yeah.
Right?
He have the worst friends in the world.
Listen.
Now his 2 best friends out fishing every weekend. He'd awake.
But... a lot of people did not have faith in him, and honestly, he did not do a bad job. He didn't sink the ship.
Agreed.
He drove the boat. He might have, a little hole here and there, but he didn't sink it. Menace obliterated the ship, and people had faith in him. They thought it was a new
the fish off the rock. We had to get rid of this boat. This is getting in the way.
All I'm saying is, I get and I respect Wayne Monroe for doing it. I think it was more at a shot at his party than a praise to Menace. But, 2 birds, 1 stone. He really was trying to get at the party like, y'all ungrateful. And then, he ran into Shannon Dawn for not running in his constituency. That's why I keep saying you run it and run it away. But, 2 birds, 1 stone. But
he was heaping on the coal last night.
I don't know if he playing checkers and if he playing chess and he just doing it. I don't know. But I don't.
Here's what we know about him, right? We know that Wayne Monroe is dry cut. Right, like you never have to guess.
I've never seen him this
right. He's so impassioned. He say, I have to be impassioned, man, Madam Speaker, because when I think about what this, and he is right. These ordinarily, when you think you was gonna ever learn the name Adrian White in your life, had it not been for you, but Menace, you've never gonna learn that name. Shannon on Cartwright was just not going to be anything of prominence had it not been.
No, you cannot say that. You don't know what their careers would have been.
Chairman of the Beaches and Parks Authority, where I thought he did masterfully well. He was only allowed to show that, though. How? Because Menace gave him the top. And when there was speculations of impropriety, Menace stood up for, which is what Wayne Monroe is alluding to. Menace stood up for him and said, no. Anything he spent, I authorize. Don't ask us no more questions but the money.
I got to go to the gym.
Yeah.
I do not disagree with you. I'm just saying, just because you put me on and you gave me a job, how long am I to be indebted to you? You give me a job, and then the job that you had, you failed at. There are people under us who are counting on me. So now I have to choose whether I want to back you and you're crazy or go with the people. And I think a lot of them said, we got to go with the people.
All Menace is saying is, Sonny, I put you on. Right? I get you this job here. I never asked you for no rise.
He's asked all time.
I never asked you to bring me nothing from the gas station when you was coming. I asked you for nothing. But I lose my job. Sonny, I can need $500 because I
He's not. He asking for 10 million. He ain't asking for 500. He asking for 10 million.
Oh,
He's
boy.
doing too much.
I got to call in my one.
But how do you invite somebody and let the past be the past when you know as soon as you let them in the house, they go and
So
back at
because
it?
you choose to hunt yourself with an invisible boogerman, should that be used against you? Keep talking about my intentions. Did I tell you I intend to do that?
Stop it now.
Did I tell
Now
you?
stop it in your bright shirt. You are a very smart man. Stop
I just
it.
want to be a part of
All
the
right,
team.
so let me ask you something. They let him back in the team. They say we were wrong. We love Menace. Big happy family. Everybody in the picture together. They bring Papa because you know whenever they want to
They
prove
gotta
it's a
bring
big
Papa.
Papa family, they just
Yeah,
bring
Papa gotta
Papa.
come.
They put him in, and Papa hopefully wear red this time
Yeah,
instead of
not this PLP
instead of
blue.
the PLP blue. They put Papa in the picture. They all smiling. They love each other. Menace gets in because Kalani is, you know, an F&M constituency mostly. Menace gets in. You think first chance, first convention, first opportunity to go for leader. He ain't doing that.
But you have to remember.
It's yes or no.
But
you think he could? You think that former
But
prime
when else
minister?
should he do it
You
other
think
than at
that
a convention? That's what conventions are for.
No, that's not what I'm asking
And
you.
while there
That's
ain't
not what I'm
I
asking
in
you.
team,
You
M is in team, and
you
M is in
think
Menace.
that former prime minister who made himself the competent authority, who made all the decisions himself, who did
I
all
used to
the
call him
things,
Xerxes. He was the God King.
who did all the things that he wanted himself, is going to go in there and play ball. He will cut the head
So let me
off
give
of
you another
Pintard
scenario.
the first opportunity he gets.
Let me give you another scenario. Let's just say racist in margin. Racist in margin, right? They ain't got enough sage to burn in the effort them to pull this off. But racist in margin, the PLP wins by 2 seats. Menace picks up a seat as an independent. Let's just say for laughs and giggles, McAlpine is the other independent. Now they have a decision to make.
They could join.
Right? Now we need to go and convince these two FNMs. These two are independents.
I think Menace.
You don't think that this independent Menace is more voracious than he would be if you all had allowed him in the party?
Yeah, because you know what he's going to do now? He's going to say, okay, I'll come back. I'll bring
Top
Malcolm
chair.
back. Exactly, and that's why they don't want
And
to
he
let
ain't
him
coming to
in.
negotiate.
And
But
that's
he
why
would
they
be
don't want to.
more-
And that is why they don't want to let him in because they know he does not know how to be a team player. Once you at the top, you can't go back to taking instructions from
What
people.
I'm saying to you is I think independent Menace is more avaricious than team member Menace. Because if the FNM finds themselves in a position where they need, I just say they ain't got enough sage. They ain't got enough sage in the
You
whole...
could bring all your little voodoo and all your little candles and all that. It ain't happening.
My 3 little ostrich feathers can't help you all, right?
It ain't happening.
But imagine that. Imagine Menace is actually independent and in play. He only has one thing to demand at that point. And that is whether they are in opposition or in government. Because I'll tell you one thing. If the opposition is as narrow as it was, when was that? 2007? When
I
was
can't
that?
remember, yeah.
If the opposition is that narrow, a leader of the opposition could siphon this government away from a prime minister at any given point.
Well, in any event, we both know that's not happening, so we could stop with that. But
They might bring the sage.
Ain't enough sage in the world. Ain't enough voodoo in the world. Ain't enough dancing in the world. It's not happening. I'm sorry. I applaud Wayne Monroe for doing what he did. And you know, Wayne is never, he kind of just only talks when he's spoken to.
Yeah. And he certainly doesn't go to bat for anything.
Yeah, and so, I mean, it says something. I don't trust him. I don't trust him, and they don't trust him. No, sorry, Menace.
Okay.
And you know,
now that you think about it, you
my
don't trust
fellow
me in that?
Bahamians, come on. Listen, I was traumatized, you know. I think a lot of people forget how bad that was. A lot of people were on lockdown, but unfortunately, I was working in the news, so I still had to go to work every day.
Right.
But what traumatized me was at every stop, which
There were
was
men
like
with machine guns.
those machine guns. And I know it sounds like it's not a big deal to people who didn't have to experience it, but I was terrified that one wrong move I would get shot. I know logically it probably didn't happen, But every day you going through 6, 7, 8, 9 stops with these people with these machine guns strapped to their chest. I was traumatized.
Just make you feel safe. We know Pookie them good.
And then on top of that, I couldn't even have a little shot to take the edge off at the end of the day.
To smooth me
I had
a
to
little
go
bit.
home and drink a smoothie. I had to go.
Boy, minutes, you don't stand no chance with Sonny. I can tell you that right now.
I'm just saying, and
Oh,
people remembered how unfair it was because there were certain people of a certain little monies and a little hue that had their place open. They were allowed to do it. But
Allegedly. Oh, boy. So I see school children are back to trying to kill one another, apparently. I don't know what it's going to take. Since we're talking about the Minister of National Security, I feel like at some point this will come under his portfolio because, he has the school resource officer program going on, which I see they give with plaques and stuff all the time. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about police officers, engaging in
But
school.
they're urban renewal officers, right?
They still
Isn't that a part? I know, but I mean, the urban renewal officers and like regular police officers, I think, are a little different. When you see like the urban renewal officers, they seem more calm. They seem more people friendly. You know what I mean? They don't seem to be the ones that get on the car. They playing basketball with the young boys in the community and they serving breakfast. Like I don't know, the officers that are attached to urban renewal just seem to be a little bit more down to earth.
Sure.
No?
I just want to know, when are y'all going to start making it mandatory to test these boys' pee? If they, listen to me, man, these children cannot continue going to school high on drugs. That have to be,
I laugh at that story. Someone say once a wife, girlfriend wouldn't look good on you, and that's what we're saying. He was a wife, he won't be the girlfriend no more.
Boy,
YouTube
must
isn't
see
working,
him
by
meet
the
the
way.
Bahamian man. This boy,
They treat the sweetheart better than the wife.
and you never see a fella who divorced his wife only the sweetheart her with every other woman he ever had. Bahamian fellas, they love their wife after they done divorced her. She's the best ex-wife in the world.
Anyway, I think this school video kind of opened people's eyes and made people remember a couple weeks ago when there's a video. We're not going to play the whole thing because we can describe some of the video to you guys and we're not going to play. So at one point in the video, you could see young boys hitting each other in the head with what looked like a rock or a piece of cement.
And that don't sound like people who are on some sort of substance?
No, some people just are angry. I don't think you realize that
Well,
a
then
lot
they
of these...
should be on a substance.
What is with you on drugs?
Everyone cannot walk around in the world unmedicated.
I understand that, but everyone doesn't need to be medicated. Sometimes people are walking around angry and they need to talk to somebody. I know that sounds very funny, like talking, yes, especially these young boys who are brought up feeling like they have to be a certain way, they have to be tough. So they take their emotions and they channel them into anger, and they go to school and they do stuff like that because someone step on their shoe or someone say yama. Some of them need to go to therapy, but we don't believe in therapy in this country. I'm about to say something that people can get mad at. They don't believe in therapy in this country. You go to church and they pray for you, and that's about it. And if that don't work, then I don't know. Sometimes it's not about Ritalin. Sometimes they just need someone to talk to. A lot of these boys have a lot of anger built up inside, and they need some sort of counseling.
And
locking them away. Lock them away for whatever period of time they have to. I'm not talking about at
Boys Industrial?
I'm talking about, like at a boys' industrial school or whatever. Maybe you just start a school where they could do agriculture. Oh, they had that, and they said they did beat the boys. They never mind.
But all I'm saying is,
but the point is, just.
We also cannot continue to assume that people carrying on like this have no involvement with drugs. And I don't know when are we going to make it a mandatory requirement, even if it's just for high school children, with the endorsement of because most times by the time as a parent know that their child is involved in drug use, they have been involved in drug use. And we cannot rehabilitate them. We cannot offer them the kind of care they need. We cannot put them on a proper pathway if we don't know they're using the drugs.
I understand that.
This look like drug behavior to me.
Even if some of them are just angry. It ain't even drugs. I know you may not believe that, but some of these boys and girls, because let's not act like these girls don't be doing these same things at school too. The first time I saw it, and then the boys will never act right, because half the boys only act right because the girls in the school.
I actually think the girls are finding the flame of violence.
But the point that I'm trying to make is I do feel like a lot of these boys need therapy. Somebody need to talk to them before it gets to this point. I feel like beyond just giving them drugs, people need to find out what's going on in their homes. And I know it's not the teacher's job. There's already too much of them in the class. The teacher can't try to fix personalities when there's 50 of them in the class and half of them can't read and the next half involved in some sort of gang behavior, and they they can't sit this one next to this one because
Which
of
kind
fight.
of gang behavior?
Let's
The
not
use and sale of drugs.
Not just the use and sale of drugs, but a lot of people, even if they sell it, they don't use it.
And I also very firmly believe that we can go back to school separation. When SAC was an all-boys school,
I think you just say things, anytime you try to say something that makes sense to you,
we was turning out Sean McGuiney, all of a sudden, we started making these co-ed schools, and I'm telling you, when you put those hormones and lock them in that confined space for that, I was a 3.0 student until I understood.
No. See, the argument
you say
is different.
separate them out.
Yeah, so
all boys schools and all girls schools.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that they can't socialize. I'm saying to you that you have to understand what is the stimuli. And if the stimuli is popularity, which is fueled by the attention of girls, then
stop that. I'm not going to let you sit here without any sort of evidence, without any sort of proof, and make it seem like those young boys or any of those other young boys just be fighting over girls.
Not over girls, but for social status.
No.
Which is propped up by the attention and affection.
These young boys like man, not literally, figuratively. They do a lot of things to impress other men.
Yeah.
Because half of the things that they are trying to do, a woman with common sense would walk away from. So I'm not going to let you sit here and make it seem like these boys, the girls are the problems.
Not the problem, just the stimuli.
It's not. Well, then we need to teach them how to be better instead of. I never understood, okay, they act this way, so let's do this. Let's just teach them. How about we teach them?
How about we teach them? The theory of operant conditioning suggests that the way to alter an animal's behavior, and humans are animals, is to understand the stimuli, understand the way the stimuli affects the animal. You have no proof
of this. You just sit in here
and... This is the theory of Ian Pavlov.
Pull it up for me. Pull it up for me.
No, classic versus operant conditioning.
This was pretty. This is work.
No, this Wigan. What you mean?
Pull it up for me where it says the boys are fighting because of the girls in school. Because
that's fighting because of the girls. But there are social triggers, social stimulants that obviously, and drugs that obviously is altering the behavior.
It's not only drugs. And believe it or not, some of the drugs has actually calmed them down and stopped them from being as angry. Believe it or not. We just have a lot of angry men, a lot of angry boys just walking around here. There are so many things that they see in their day-to-day life that they can't talk about, that they can't express themselves. And then they go to school and they act like animals. And we call them animals and we treat them like animals and expect them to be any better.
And while I may not have any proof on what exactly is the effect of female attention towards male behavior, what I do have, or what I don't have it personally here, but what there is a lot of statistical data on is the irreparable damage that THC and substances like it do on the partially developed brain, which everyone in this video has.
I am not disagreeing with that, but there's also no proof that they are on drugs. What I'm saying is, before we just jump to they on drugs, can we also just say that they could be angry because of the circumstances that they are living in?
We can.
Okay, can we just say that they could be angry because they don't know who their daddy is, or their daddy ain't been around, or they're watching their mommy struggle, or they're watching their sisters have to sell and do all this other stuff? Can we say, you know what I mean.
I hope they're watching
it. Yeah. But you know what I mean. Can we just say that there are circumstances that may be happening in their homes, in their neighborhoods, that get them angry? Why are we automatically jumping to drugs?
But can we also make them pee in a cup?
Everybody go to school. No, I don't think that is the answer.
Okay.
I do not think that is the answer.
You go to school, they make you do a tetanus shot. They make you do what thing name when your arm is swelling.
Not every day I come to school.
But if you could mandate that I do that, not every day.
I literally say every day I come. You said yes.
Not every day, but at the beginning of every school term. So when you go from grade 9 to grade 10, you take a piss test. From grade 10 to grade 11, you take another one. From grade 11 to grade 12, and in grade 12, you should take 3 because you're getting ready to come out into society, and I don't want your puppy that the children mad because their sister just let them watch the sex.
That's not what I said. I hate you.
But if I ask them to pee in a cup, let's fold them up. Oh boy.
We'll be back after this.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Once something becomes the common behavior, it is the common behavior. When you operate at that level, personal emotions simply cannot float to the top.
For the average normal person that goes to the store, things like that affect us.
They must be judicious in the execution of their duty.
Well, I think whatever the nurses want, give it to them. Hedges, you know, you just do everything on your phone now. You see how old he is?
What are we walking back? That Bimini is no longer an island?
That's
okay,
not
because
what he was trying to
he also.
say. Well, I don't even know what Red Basket is anymore either. What do y'all people say?
Welcome to Paradise Premium Foods, where exceptional taste meets everyday convenience. Right in the heart of Hurricane Hole Plaza. Whether you're planning a beachside brunch, an intimate dinner, or simply restocking your favorites, we offer only the finest selection of local and imported goods, handpicked for quality, freshness, and flavor. At Paradise Premium Foods, shopping is effortless, service is personal, and every visit feels like a treat. From gourmet meals to go to organic essentials and indulgent treats, this is your neighborhood market elevated. Live well, eat better. Discover Paradise Premium Foods, now open at Hurricane Hole Plaza, Paradise Island. Paradise Premium Foods. Taste the difference.
It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck!
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Why you look mad?
Thank you so much for staying with us.
Wow, what happened just now?
I'm not sure, Jessica.
We were
It's
having
Friday.
No, but I wasn't even upset. I was trying to
It's
figure
because every time I'd say, let the children pee in the cup, your eyebrows get
Oh
tight.
yeah, that's what he did say that right before the break. Look, can I read some of the comments?
Sure.
Because some people actually do agree with you. I agree they should test them for drugs. Someone say, Sani and Levin, please monitor these Chinese liquor stores. Someone else said, you get big man like them liking man and seeking attention from other men. I'm telling you, they really do. They be trying to impress other men. I miss the days when boys used to try to impress women. Now they all trying to impress Levin. Wow.
What?
No, I read something that made me giggle just now.
Oh, but they're trying to impress me?
I'm just saying, men do things to impress other men now. The police need to monitor these Chinese liquor stores. Children are getting rum from them. Someone say they are also angry, unmedicated. Okay, not reading that. We ain't doing that. We ain't going on that path today. Sandy, that's not drugs in the old school children. It's the rum from the liquor store. Why are you calling the group?
It's the rum from the liquor store?
Yeah.
I know. 323-777-5698-0775. That's the number that's going to dial you into the conversation here today. The question we're asking is, should senior high school students mandatorily take random drug tests and annual drug tests as a matter of their, what do you call it, reinstatement into school?
Yeah, it's not, well, yeah, when they register for school, then that's what it is. Like,
I think registration only happens at the beginning, which is called when you come back. I've been to school for almost 30 years.
Me too. So I don't even know
when you come back, whatever you call that.
When they come to school. But I also think that there's no fear anymore. I think that's the problem too. The children aren't afraid. These schoolboys aren't afraid. These schoolgirls aren't afraid.
Yeah.
They just be having fight on the side
And
of the
remember,
police station.
Jomo just get all these chickens. So when we catch you with pee, for your thing in your pee, you go down there and you count the egg them fast, so that we make sure it's 24 million egg. Because that sounds like the same amount of time that boy can get in jail. 24 million years.
What?
You don't hear they say the boy might go to jail for life.
Who boy?
Muley. You ain't following the story. Muley waive his right to a bail hearing and all. Muley just went start the 100 years today.
We are not calling that man Muley, but I assume that you're talking about the guy who was found with all of the cocaine on the boat.
Okay, so what are we going to call him? See how you don't remember his name? Fantastic. See how you would easily remember Muley? Amazing. So we're going to call him?
Muley.
Listen, praise the Lord, she's converted.
I'm not converted. I just we ain't gonna do that before they start saying I'm one of the women them, and I am not. But I guess phone lines are open. Should drug tests be mandatory, or what else should be done with these kids in the school? Like, how can we? And you know what? A lot of people brought up, and it sparked another conversation. Remember, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, I think it was the principal of a school that really got swept under the rug, by the way. That was involved in some sort of altercation at Mardi Gras.
Mm-hmm.
So that sparked a conversation again. People was like, you see why they have to, you see why they have to rough these kids up sometimes? You see why you can't put these kids in the corner? So now people are using this as an example of, this is why you don't play with children. Because what they say when you play with puppy, they lick your mouth.
Yeah.
And this is what they're using now as a video.
You might have to carry them out by the neck.
No, I didn't say I agree.
Yeah. It wasn't a choke. He was just carrying them out by the neck.
No, but my issue with that wasn't the roughness. It was the man versus the woman thing. I do not think, even in the police force, the peace officers, the police officers, whatever you call them,
the best resource.
Their men don't even touch women. Yeah. You know, I just feel like if you are going to have a disciplinarian,
sure,
let a woman discipline a woman. Yeah. Let a man discipline a man. I just think that was what it is. But people are now using this video to say, see, y'all want us to put these children in timeout? These are not timeout children.
I say this very often to you, right? And there is a bit of a kiki behind it, but some of it is actually very serious. Francesca, hear me. Some people's story simply must include drugs. So, listen, there are people among us who, if they are already on drugs, my admonition to them is for them to stop. Consequently, or conversely rather, there are some people among us who, if they are not on drugs, my admonition to them is for them to begin.
Okay.
Because
sometimes it's not drugs. I do not believe in drugging everybody. I do not believe that people should be medicated if there are other ways to get around something. Now, I do believe that sometimes the medication is needed. Sometimes therapy ain't enough. You need a little Ritalin.
Yeah.
You need a little
something to smooth you out. Like a little 10 milligrams.
But I don't feel like it should just be, you get a medication, you get drugs, you get drugs. I don't feel like we should do that. I feel like we should come up with other solutions first before we start pumping our children full of drugs that we have no idea generations down the line what it's going to do to them.
No, I completely agree.
Or their future children, or their future children's children.
But I'm saying to you that obviously the peaceful society we once lived in no longer exists. And so you've got to get to the root cause.
Agreed.
And although you don't believe I'm telling the truth, the theory of Ian Pavlov suggests that the only way to alter an animal's behavior is to figure out what stimuli the animal responds to.
I understand that, but I'm also saying that sometimes the stimuli, because you're trying to force it, you're trying to place the blame on the girls in the school, and you're not. Sometimes it's just like I tell you, these boys frustrated. They already had to go home and they mommy rowing them because their mommy frustrated, or they in home and they got to watch their little brother and their little sister and they don't want to do that. And they daddy ain't helping, and so the mommy relying on them and they stressed out and they this and they that, and they go to school and one boy say, "Your mom." Brawl.
And they poor ma.
Brawl.
Yeah.
Fight. You know, it's the smallest little. As adults, we lose it sometimes.
Sure.
As adults, after we at work all day, dealing with people, sitting in traffic, dealing with our boss we don't like, having to do all of this.
You don't like your boss?
We are.
My boss
we
is
are-
wonderful. I have an amazing boss. He's fantastic.
We are stressed out, right? And then you go home and your children say, "Mommy, what's for dinner?" And you snap.
Yeah.
Every day I gotta feed y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, every day you do have to
Yes,
feed them, but
yes.
we snap. And as adults, if we can't contain our anger sometimes, what do you expect from these children?
I don't disagree, Francesca. I am saying, though, that I think we cannot continue the ostrich approach of simply buoying our heads in the sand. And think about this. In the last 2 months, think about the amount of contraband that has been apprehended in this country.
It has been
You know what
moving
that
through, though. You
mean-
think it has come and stay?
Man, some of it. That means that this place is a cesspool.
I get that, but
Of contraband.
I believe more than drugs, I believe it's anger. Because some of these drugs has calmed them down. Maybe if they was on some of these drugs, they wouldn't have been fighting. They'd have been too busy sleeping or eating. But some of these drugs just make you eat all the time
boy.
and make you sleep. We have a call. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
Call you there?
They hung up? They're there?
Oh, okay. But and I don't disagree. But I think we've tried all these things, right? And we've tried very
I don't think we've
regimented
tried a
things
lot of
like
things.
No, I'm saying we've tried all of these. A lot of the things that exist now didn't exist. Like the co-ed schools thing, that is only like a 1980s thing. You know, that didn't always exist. When people were going to school in 1970, many of them were not co-ed.
Yes, segregation was always around then too. You want to go back to that?
No, but
So
I'm-
just because it worked then does not mean it needs to work now.
Well, I do believe that Negroes need to be told what to do. I do believe that. The military proves this. You can never leave a Negro to cognition.
Hi, caller. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Hi.
Hey, pleasant good evening, you guys.
Hey.
Sonny and Levon.
How are you?
First time caller here. Doing
Thank you.
well. I love the show from
Thank you.
before the transition. And I love the contrast between you guys. Of course, you know, my buddy Levon is going to be the advocate, Sonny. So when you have a point, remember one of the key aspects of the show is to inform, educate, and sometimes to entertain.
When we run hot.
provocatively. So
When we run hot,
get
it
under
is
your
being
skin at
entertaining.
some point. Well, that's fine. I love it.
When he gets under my skin, do I use the chair? What do I use? Because the chair using the chair in the video. What do I use?
Well, I no comment on that one. But what I would like to add is, let me just say this. I work the container port as a trucker. And daily, you got guys going in for their load, in and out. Everything is cool. You got your documents, you got your access pass, everything flows nice. Until you have an incident. The instant you have an incident, APDCQ come on the scene, your truck is parked, you are escorted to the lab. Right. You driving your car, second incident. You driving your car, you on the road, everything is fine until you buck up. When the popo reach on the scene, they issue a paper, and there are 4 items on it. In most cases, 2 of those items are scratched off.
Right.
You can't attention.
Or under the
drinking and
influence.
driving, Most likely, those 2 would be looked at as possible aspects of the incident, the cause of it, that is. But before that, everything is cool. My point is, and I know some may have a different view, but I don't have a problem with at school with a quote-unquote test being administered in the event of a situation as this.
Right, but he's saying,
Everything
even
is
saying,
cool until something happens.
Right.
Now, we have to find out at least what contributed to it, but that's how I feel.
Yeah. And you give them what they call in the military a big chicken dinner, right? A bad conduct discharge. And you let them go count the chicken with Jomo up by the chicken farm.
He's saying something different, though. He's saying that he believes that it should happen after the incident. You're saying that you feel like they should be tested every time they go.
See, I think his formula
Thank you, caller. Thanks for listening.
Goes to the root of preventing reoccurrence. I want the word reoccurrence in my sentence. I want to stop Pookie from. I want
never
the
going to
minute
be able to stop
Pookie start smoking the dope. I tell Pookie, Ma, this boy, we let him be in the cup. Somehow, his drugs got pee in it. We need to check that out.
His drugs have pee in it, or his pee of drugs?
That's how much drugs he got in it. Right? And so we have to test that out.
I need some water. I cannot with
And
you.
so, but because I think we will also be helping parents. Many parents do not know that their children are on chemical, mind-altering substances until it's too late.
Let me read some of the comments.
Pookie already can't pass no reading, writing, and arithmetic. Now you put the dope in there. What we expect out of Pookie?
People say we have a... Someone say choke slam the children.
Jesus wept.
Yeah. The test should be random. So because if you do it at the beginning of the school year, they
know when
it's
to don't
coming.
take the
Right.
dope.
So somebody
Unless
said,
they're addicted, because
someone
people are
said
addicted.
they should, the test should be random. Yes, they should, but what will be the ramifications? Because I'm certain the results will be jaw
I just told you the bad chicken dinner. So a big chicken dinner. You get a big chicken dinner. They say winner, big chicken dinner. Jomo say you got 24 million egg. You let me know when you find them.
Well, the schools will be empty if they start drug testing them, males and females. Someone say they need to bring the belt or the stick back into the school. Someone said yes, they should. Yes, they should. Someone said they need to test them for liquor. A lot of the times it's liquor and not. Are you saying marijuana is the drug of choice? Some people say, I believe that it's anger. I think that it's anger.
Glennis Anna Martin, you could make me a consultant to the Ministry of
Absolutely
Education.
not. We don't want you to have nothing to do with our children.
You know something? I think you're starting to have a problem with me because I can't be a religious ambassador.
Absolutely not. There are things that you could be. Right here, do this show. You're good at that. You want me to give you your flowers for that?
Oh, boy.
You're good at that. We don't want you to have nothing to do with leading our children anywhere.
Only
and
what
nothing
you
to
do
with
for
our
Christ
religion.
will last around this place.
You know what you could do? Give the people a number again while I read some comments.
323-777-56980-775. You said good I am doing that. And I'm here just giving wonderful advice. The people believe. The reason why I didn't go for random tests is because they're minors. I'm sure a lawyer somewhere will find a reason why you can't take this test from this child, right? I mean, but they make me give my child the MMR. I didn't want to give him that, but they say if I want to send him to the school, he got to have MMR. Well, how come the government could impose that?
Because there's a big difference between taking something that could save your child's life and the other children's life in the school. That is a fact that it can.
When somebody had the measles, the mumps, or rubella.
That's because of the shot. Once you
Right, and
stop
so
giving
since
it to them,
everybody else can take it, my
Since-
son shouldn't have to take it.
That's not true because my child maybe have some immune compromised system that they couldn't get it at the time. Now I around your child and you refuse to give it to your child. Your child catch it and give it to my child, and then what are you going to do?
Mumps and rubella
Because
for 70
of
years.
immunization.
Right, and so you all should have had herd immunity by this point, and my son should be exempt.
It's not happening. Bring the belt or the stick. Have you seen the ages of the persons committing crimes? Yes, these children have guns. I absolutely agree with you. Every time I watch the news and you hear, there was a video today. We should have played it. I don't know if we could. A woman said, please find this person for me. This young boy with this backpack walked into this woman's yard. Did you see the video? Walk in the yard. I thought that was his car. Took his backpack off, threw it in the front seat, hop in the car and drove off. She said, this boy stole my car.
This was crime?
But the way that he walked into that yard, I thought he was like...
Grand Theft Auto, they play in this Grand Theft Auto.
He didn't, no, you know, people is usually run and then no urgency.
No, he's smooth.
Just,
Yeah.
And that boy looked like, because he was all on camera. It could have been maybe 17, 18, if that. So I agree with that. You want to go to the caller?
Let's go to the callers. Hello, caller. Welcome down the nation. Hi, caller. Caller, you there?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hi.
Yes.
We can hear you now.
Yeah, good afternoon, Lee. How are you guys doing?
Good.
We're good.
I'm listening to the conversation, very interesting conversation, Ivan. And Sonny. But I'm asking, what I want to find out from you, what exactly are you saying the drugs contributing to the violence?
Yes.
Okay. So the drugs, in your opinion, the drugs is the reason why the kids are behaving the way they're behaving?
Yes.
That's his opinion. His.
Okay. Ivan, listen. I have nothing against kids after they get in trouble or do the nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, man, we have to understand. This is a family breakdown. This poorly socialized kids.
Mm-hmm.
This, for example, just lack of a father.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's very little to do with drugs or alcohol abuse.
Can I ask you one question?
I agree with you that alcohol abuse and drug abuse is a problem.
Mm-hmm.
But the violence that we see, I have a business in Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
You and I spoke before. You probably don't recognize me.
I know the voice, yeah.
Yeah, I have a business in Anderson. And the alcohol and the drug abuse is prevalent among the youth.
Sure.
I do agree with that.
Sure.
But the violence and the conduct of the youth are direct results of the home being broken down.
Now, can I ask you a question before you leave? You talked about poorly socialized people and family structure breakdown, right?
Uh-huh.
Do both of those problems give leave to an even more heightened level of misappropriation of drug among minors?
They do.
So I think that lends to the point that I'm making, that these children, although
all of the children.
No. What you're saying, the point you're making, some of them might be on drugs.
Some, but I don't think
the
it's the
point what I'm
majority
making
of them.
you
They just
is that
angry.
drugs is not the reason why they behave in the way they behave in.
They just
now,
angry.
the reason they start to abuse drugs or alcohol may be other reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Like Sonny pointed out. They have problems at home. They have lack of examples, no fathers.
Mm-hmm.
For examples, these are the things that cause them to turn to these things.
Mm-hmm.
But the violence that you see and the gang violence that you see among the youths, a lot of these youths don't bother with drugs.
No.
Some of them do.
Okay.
I'm an Anderson every day.
Yeah.
Every day I'm an Anderson.
Yeah.
And a lot of the youths who are involved in drugs and crime have been involved in crimes and this misconduct. All of them are not drug abusers.
Not all. I'm not,
so we have a much bigger problem.
No, you keep saying these children on dope. You keep saying all.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carla. I agree with you.
Thank you, Carla. All is a stretch.
Oh, now we're going to concede that it's not all, because you kept saying all.
But how do we sift them out? You got to test all. Because how we can know? Not because little Pookie look like he don't take the drugs. Pookie just
What is with you and Pookie? Is that your name for men, for young boys?
Pookie, tall boy, blacks, and platyped. Together, they are Pookie them. But Pookie is the ringleader.
Hi, Carla.
And you know what Pookie's sister name?
Pookiana.
Pookina.
Oh, Pookina. I
Yeah.
like Pookiana better.
That's the other little sister.
Oh, jeez. Hi, Carla. Welcome to the show.
Call it out. 323-777-569-80775.
All right, let me read some of these other. Oh, they're there now? Hi,
Hey, caller.
caller.
Hi, Sir Jessica. Hi, Levin.
Hi, how are you?
Great show.
Thank you.
Yes, all of you can be right at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Like what Sonny is saying in reference to, these problems with some of these young people run so deep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a manifestation. Sometimes they turn to drugs or alcohol to mask the pain that they're going through.
Mm-hmm.
And it carries over to school.
Sure.
However, I do not agree with mandatory drug testing with children students entering junior high school or high school. Because if there was a problem, if we had the proper systems in place,
Mm-hmm.
counselors, the administration, teachers should be able to detect certain behaviors that children have and display from an early age, so it doesn't even manifest to the point of them, which you saw in that video. But I have a question for you, because you love to be provocative, Nathan. Should that person who grabbed that young lady by her neck, should he be given a drug test?
You mean you're talking about the principal?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he should be given a drug test. No.
Okay, the reaction. I'm speaking about that quick reaction. Not just one time he had his hands on her. He grabbed her by the neck, and her being a female.
Yeah.
So somebody needs to look at this thing, in both angles. He may have issues.
Sure.
To trigger his anger. Sometimes children do get on your nerves.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted to put that question out there.
I think.
Have a good weekend, okay?
Thank you for.
So you
sorry.
okay? Don't faint now, because my mouth-to-mouth skills is a little rusty. I don't fool with too much of that in here.
I just need some water. I can't remember what I said with my water.
Paramedic people, you all start. We ain't got no ambulance, Sonny. Do not do that here.
Could you stop, please?
All right? I mean, noodles just have tremors. Wow.
I think I just need some water. I can drink some water during the break. Someone say
it ain't dope, right?
It's not dope.
Okay. I gotta check. I gotta check.
It might be some alcohol, but it ain't dope. Someone said, we still have some callers, so I would like to read some of the. When we were in school, the student that got the highest scores in the country in exam and academic scholarship couldn't take the exam unless he was high.
No, listen to me. I have a schoolmate.
Ones in the school.
I have a schoolmate who I will let remain nameless, right? But he had an alias that let us know that he was in love with the marijuana. But that boy was on the principal list I don't know how he don't mess.
It has caused them
He almost made me want to smoke dope because I was trying to figure out what was in the dope he was smoking. I mean, his dope is making him get A in maths. I can't figure this out. Oh, boy.
Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good afternoon. How are you, Chandler?
Okay, that was the voice rendition of the name I've ever heard. Hey, caller.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah, y'all was talking about children on doing so-and-so. I mean, hey, mind you, don't sleep. Some things these children is do, you'll be surprised. I see young children, I mean, I don't say nothing, you know. But, you know, you see something, you say something. But you get a lot of young men who go into school. They duck school and they be smoking dope. I don't put nothing past these children. And the things that these children do, when they parents go to them, it's like they're more man or woman than they man or boss.
Yeah, I think that because by the time it's the parents that take it, this child is already been smoking the dope now for about 2 years.
The dope.
Yeah.
And then the next question. When they come out of school and they get the degrees and all that, and they be man and woman or whatever, they talk, they looking for a good woman or whatever, they all mash up.
Yeah, boy, that's tough. Can't
boy,
be
this country really, I don't know.
Can't be
I
mashed up with that age.
just watch in reserve and just look how they doing their life.
All I'm saying to you is, all I'm saying, Colin, and this is what I want people to take away from the conversation, is we cannot put our head in the sand and pretend like there is not a proliferation of contraband in this country. You see that boy there had a mountain of coke
that he was carrying out of the country.
You want to know something break off the mountain?
He wasn't bringing it. He was carrying it.
Anyway, we almost got to go to the break.
Some of these. Thank you so much.
So, thank you. We could talk about good children. So I see that the Honorable who?
We can talk about that when we come back from the break.
Talk about the Honorable.
We're gonna finish this.
Okay.
We can finish this.
Y'all want the children pee in the cup?
Some of these young people act like this because their parents and their grandparents act this way.
Because they on dope. Have you been? When last have you been in the inner city, Kalani?
I'm not.
When last have you been in the inner city?
Let me say this. Let me point this out. I may live Kalani now, but at one point I used to live. At one point I lived Yellow Elder. At one point I lived Soldier Road, and then my mom's. Hold on, let me tell you. I can tell you this one. One of my mom's best friends, she's passed away now. She used to live Padolio Street. And we used to go Padolio Street quite often.
And just only till the sun set and then
No, we slept Padolio Street. So don't
Saturdays a year.
So don't sit here and act like I just grew up in Kalani. And I went to government school too. I graduated from SAC, but I also went to government
school. You been?
I went to Uriah McPhee and I went to Yellow Elder Primary.
Yellow Elder Primary don't count.
It's a government school. You keep making. You know what? I'm not letting you stress me out.
The children from Yellow Elder Primary come from where Stapleton. That don't count.
I'm not letting you stress me out.
What I want you to do is I want you to go by E.P. Roberts and make it.
No, and that's the thing. My god sisters and my cousins and stuff that they that lived Padolio Street, they went to E.P. Roberts because it was right there.
I want you to go to Stephen and make it. You've been to Yellow Elder Primary. You remember the children from Cable Beach? I'm not listening to you. I'm not listening to you. You gotta work on your street cred, said Jessica.
I have street cred. You ain't gonna take that away from me.
You sleep through Padolio Street too, Saturday.
We're gonna continue this conversation when we come back. We'll be back right after.
See you later, Sack.
Vibes is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the vibes back. At BTC, we understand your vibes because we live it. That's why we are dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You are at the heart of everything we do. Our commitment is to keep your vibes flowing, no matter what.
Okay, guys, this is what we doing today. We training for the bounce back. This 150K payday. Y'all ready? Y'all sweating today. Give me a 2 ball. 10. Give me another 2 ball. 15. You spin, right? It don't look so. It's 10K. Name these games after me. Full Dragon.
Full Dragon.
Cinema Classic.
Cinema Classic.
Yeah. Put that parlay in. Put that in. You know, Jalen Bronson disappointed us last time. You want to walk for this or you want to run for this? Good pace. Good pace. Not too much water. Hit it down. Let's go.
It's the Bounce Back 150K payday. Big wins for 10 weeks straight. 15K every week. 10K to a lucky winner. Visit islandluck.com for more info. Island Luck. Winners live here. It's time for Quick Draw. Get out your tickets now. We're playing Quick 2, 3, and 4. Good luck.
Welcome back to Eye on the Nation.
Hello, caller. Welcome to Eye on the Nation.
That's not, you could say welcome back.
This is Jessica. Welcome back to Eye on the Nation. I'm Levan Miller. This is Sani. Listen, if anyone of y'all have paramedic skills, please stand outside the studio just in case. I mean, she been almost falling out the whole break.
I am not falling out. I just need some water. I think I don't know. You're making me a little dizzy. I don't know. Round with you doing something, giving me a headache today. So for the next 30 minutes, whatever you say so.
Yeah. So I see the Honorable Jomo Campbell did something that I thought was commendable today. Right? Put up the picture of Jomo.
We're just going to segue to this quickly and get back to the conversation.
Because I think we have to tell people how fundamental this is, right? So he received a donation today from some dentist who apparently is donating toothbrush and floss to primary school children. And I thought it was toothpaste, toothbrush, and floss to some primary school children.
It was crayons and coloring books and stuff.
With the dentist stuff in the coloring books.
Yeah.
But I think it's phenomenal, and I'll tell you why I think it's phenomenal, right? There is a oral hygiene deficit epidemic happening in this country, right? Some of y'all mouth is a catastrophe. And especially the people that come to happy hour sometimes, they make the hour very sad.
Could y'all take the...
And it is because people aren't paying enough attention, and I'll tell you why. Oral hygiene is something that has to be taught. It has to be inculcated. You have to ingrain it in the mind of a child so that he's able to understand its importance when he becomes an adult. I take the kind of care of my teeth that I do because when I was a young boy, my daddy used to always say, your teeth could drop out. And so now my trauma response is I just brush my teeth till the enamel get tingly.
I'm not anti-Jomo for the person who said that. I just don't understand why we're talking about toothpaste and floss.
Because this last 2 weeks or 3 days, whatever it was, we were talking about rating MPs, right? And I hear people say all kind of ridiculousness.
You really think somebody could say, he gave us a toothbrush and a toothpaste, I can vote him back in?
I think the long-term effect of initiatives like this benefit the country for years to come. You know, a lot of times people are sick and you can't tell why. They mouth making them sick. And to be quite honest, your mouth making me sick. I was in a place the other day. And there was a young man whose exhale swallowed me. All 5'9" of me. He breathed out one time and I was almost liquefied. And I am saying to you that when people like Jomo Campbell, because Jomo, Sanchaska.
Oh, sorry, is like Omo.
And they do these things that are phenomenal in my mind that doesn't get the kind of political spin because people don't see it as a microwave or as a stove or a pothole.
Jomo is like Omo.
Yeah. For all your tough problems.
I like that for all your tough problems, though. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
We have callers wait, because we go back or we still going to talk with the team.
Don't talk with Jomo no more. But man,
no, it's not Jomo. It's not I get it. I've spoken to people and they mouth stink and they don't know they mouth stink.
I tell you, the boy almost liquefy me.
I also learned, maybe this year, last year, that you could get you could have an aneurysm for something in your tooth, or something could travel to your heart.
It could also mess up your heart. Right.
Yeah, and I was like, really? From your tooth?
Yes.
But yeah. But you know how expensive going to the dentist is?
Only if you do not do proper preventative maintenance.
They have free dentists in the clinics?
Yes, they do, but you don't wait on the line. Because remember, after all, town staff, there ain't no such thing as free lunch. So if the cleaning was free, and I take 9 hours getting it, was it free?
Hi, Qualo. Welcome to the show. Hi, are you there?
No?
Hi, caller, are you there? You switching.
Hello, caller.
It's no longer being recorded.
Oh, thank you so much for stop recording us, because sometimes she's talking about taking bribes.
Hi, caller, are you there? They all hung up? I could read some comments while
let's do that.
While we do that. Sonny, ain't you been to SAC? Yes, Vice School, but I've been to government primary school, baby. Y'all stop playing with me.
Yellow Primary.
Y'all stop playing with me.
Real.
I did go to SAC, but I also went to Yellow Primary. Like, stop playing with me, right? Like, don't do me like that.
Boy.
Y'all know what has pissed me off when they close stiff right up and they have no bag. And if you have no bag, they have no books. Look dead fresh.
Yeah, a bunch of...
Maybe they left their books to school.
A bunch
so
of
you don't have to keep
Gablans.
carrying the books back and forth.
They ain't that smart.
Boy, I remember my first day in SAC. I had one of them traveling bag where we had so much books. You couldn't even put that on your back.
Yeah, SAC will give you a boost and don't fool with that.
Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hey,
Secretary General.
My leader.
Hey, Secretary General.
Man, listen to me. Me and you need to get together this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Have to.
Okay, what's up?
We can throw in the towel and go with the PLP, man. They be kind of in.
Now, hold on, Secretary General. We got to discuss this.
Okay, good.
All
but
right.
listen to me. You know what I hate to hear, madam? I hate to hear when people talk about ain't no daddy in these children's life. I was 26 years old, and I'm ashamed to say this. When a man acknowledged that I was his child, 26. And you know why he did it? I was getting married in like 3 weeks before that. I had to give him an invitation. The man never gave me $1 in my life. You know what time? I used to go to Columbus Primary. And you know when the children go on summer break and they break this talk without doing the daddy bean and all that? I jail it. I go home and ask my mother, I said, Mommy, where my daddy? My mother said, you locking anything? And I never asked my mother for my daddy no more. Never. But you know what? I had an uncle who filled that role. My uncle, I can be short. My uncle was living in Sunshine Park. And you do anything wrong on Moore Avenue, he's telling you up front, straighten up yourself. Because if I have to come up there, I burn in gas. I beating you for my gas. I ain't beating you for what you do. So everybody in line.
Yeah.
See, I don't.
But this thing with the daddy thing, that no thing, man. That's a crumple.
You didn't have a daddy. Thank you for calling. Thank you. You didn't have a daddy, but you had a father figure, which is what we really mean when we say they didn't have a daddy in the home. They don't have anyone. And you know, I was raised by a single mother, but my father was around. But there are a lot of children that are being raised by mothers, and they do not have uncles, or if they have the uncles around, the uncles just as bad. The uncles, I will give you that. The uncles are on the dope. Everybody don't have father figures, and that's why we have organizations. I cannot remember what it was, but it's a group of men that is get together. You know what the organization called? And they go and they mentor. They mentor to young boys. But I do believe that a lot of these young men, mothers try, but there are some things that only a father can teach.
I can't ever agree that it is of no consequence because there's the data that proves that boys are 67% more susceptible to lives of crime and criminality in the absence of a daddy, and girls are 72% more susceptible to lives of abuse and promiscuity absent or void a daddy. So the numbers are this. Just how I believe in Ian Pavlov, I believe in those numbers. What I am also saying, though, is in the cases where the family fails, the system must plug the gaps. And I think plug number one is 8 ounces of urine or 6 ounces of urine in a plastic container.
Think plug number one is decent child support. Don't give these man no driver's license, no passport, no kind of document. Don't give them an NIB card. Don't give them nothing until they pay their child support. Hi, caller. What? They do it everywhere else in the world.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Berenice Johnson, the original. It's divine to be Bahamian and victory in Jesus of Nazareth. Now, Miss Sunny, your mom died? Renee died?
No, why would you say that?
I thought you said somebody died from Podolio Street.
No, my godmother passed away. My mother's very much so.
Mother.
No, godmother.
I saw her somewhere.
No.
Anyhow,
Why would you say
Harry
that?
John's still living too, right?
Yeah, yes, my father is still very much.
Okay. Just checking. And Eden is all right.
Yes, my father is alive, and so is my mom. I'm very fortunate.
And Eden is fine. Okay, I am calling because
she's fine as well.
Say about Alipia. I have a solution now. We have the funds for Alipia to collect with the former Prime Minister, my model boss, Hubert Alexander Ingram, and Mrs. Ingram will assist too, and former Prime Minister Perry Gladstone Christie and Mrs. Christie, and also this former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Alexander Minnis, even though I think he's running, he has been put under death threats or something.
And what should Alipia do?
Present Prime Minister Philip Edward Davis ushered in, and the Minister of National Security for sure, my Member of Parliament, and the Social Services Radio. Now, we have access, and we have all the information that Minister Pierre Glover Rule can settle all those outstanding matters, especially with Kingsley Ferguson. Because I want Kingsley Ferguson 179. He's a good young man, and this is being politically motivated.
179, that's the true board for the day.
Desperate for power. Now, God bless one and all under the sound of my voice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I didn't even hear. After she done run down the whole list of my family, I scared now. I was like, what is happening right now? Let me read some more comments before we go to the food.
What they paying me to deal with that because
most of these young boys don't even attend school. That's what they say. I can't read the rest of those comments. Someone say, do you some of these, no, I read that one. I live in Montel Heights, and I have an already low-income, marginalized area that has been twice toppled over by, oh no, I stopped reading it. Certain things I can't say. Y'all got to go in the comments. There's certain things I cannot say. Let's just go to the call. I need to screen. I need to screen some. Okay, we need more trade schools in the country. It can be frustrating when you are not capable of achieving a C average. I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah, which
but
is
we
why
can prepare them to work.
Go on.
Well, we could prepare them to work for the workforce, for the basics, separate them from the, I agree. Not only do we need a trade school, I think we need a school of the arts. I think we need a sports academy.
We have that now, campus.
It's not a school for the arts.
That's the school for the arts. That's the one they just made campus.
Isn't that for older? I'm talking about, what I'm talking about is a feeding school.
Campus is for the people them who want to do the swan song.
Jesus. I think we need a sports academy, a real school of the arts, and a trade school. They just started.
They just passed campus legislation.
Okay, they just passed it.
Real.
Yeah, where's the school? Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good afternoon. How you doing, Sonny?
Good.
Hey,
how are
Anton.
you?
What's going on, Miller?
All is well, Anton.
Can I say a quiet as a leader?
Listen,
Mr. Leader?
you get an opportunity to do it. Do it one more time.
Mr. Leader,
Hello, Anton.
you have to get Sonny to submission.
She's submitting slowly.
It's no submission. Let
Is
that
true, Sonny?
one go.
I am beginning to break the back of resistance as I
Can you
drip,
verify that, Sonny?
as I drip masculine energy on her daily.
Is it true, Sonny?
It's not true, sir. I wouldn't even lie to you like that.
You don't feel wet right up with masculinity?
I wouldn't even lie to you like that, sir. Ain't true. Ain't so.
You don't see all the hair getting shiny? That's masculinity.
Hey, Mr. Leader.
Hey, buddy.
Your discussion earlier on the former Prime Minister. Sonny,
Yes, sir.
I believe that your comments were grounded in
Trauma.
a little twilight zone, right?
It's trauma.
Yeah. The reason why I said it is this. If you believe that all the persons who form governments get along exceptionally well, then I get an urge to tell you, right? There, throughout history and time, there are many persons who challenge each other in the political realm. At the end of that challenge, some of those feelings are unhealed and not fully, but those individuals are fully capable of performing the duties that are required of them. Some of those individuals were some of the more experienced individuals in the country, right? Who maintain integrity. Now, one of the biggest concerns that I have, based on what you all were talking about, Mr. Leader and Sonny, is you have a situation where, because an individual would have taken a position of integrity to hold you accountable when you are found lacking, right? Or when you went afoul of the law or the legislation, and they held you accountable. Now, because that individual is up for election, you have the individuals who are held to account now grouping together to gang upon an individual. That spells disaster to me.
Sure.
That doesn't spell democracy in any way, shape, or form.
Sure.
It is not representative of what you promote. That your party is a tent where you get along with each other, or you can also disagree, as long as you're not disagreeable.
Yeah.
Right? And that spells disaster for governance in the country. If you can only get along with yes-sir men or yes-sir women, I don't want nothing to do with an individual like that. Those kinds of people lead to problems in the country. They don't want anyone around them that is objective. They don't want anyone around them that's going to speak out against nonsense when they do it. You can't trust slack people like that.
Sure.
And that goes for opposition and government.
No, I completely agree with you, Anton. Thanks.
All right, thank you. I just wanted to clarify what I'm saying.
Like that?
I wasn't saying that they don't get along. I'm speaking specifically in this Dr. Minnie's case. I do not believe that someone who was a former prime minister, who was the competent authority that had the power that he had and tasted the power that he had, can go back in line and listen to someone who all of y'all saying he brought in.
Yeah.
I hire you, and now I have to work for you?
But for him, they would be nothing.
But that's what I'm saying. I hire you, and now I have to work for you. I do not think that he is, I don't know if humble is the word to use, but I don't know if mature is the word to use either, because maybe I like that too. I ain't gonna lie. I can't use my intern and now use my boss. Like, I don't know.
Life in the public service. Welcome to life in the public service.
I don't know if I could do that, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying that everyone. I'm just saying specifically in his case, I do not think that he could go back to listening. He didn't listen then. That's why he was doing his own thing. They was going this way and he was going that way.
But I think whatever Menace became, even when he ascended all the way up to God King, right?
In his own head.
I think that was because of the acquiescence of this band of misfits.
You keep calling them.
Do you know that the Prime Minister only enjoys his power as long as he has people who are prepared to...
Let me ask, remember they tried to do that. They tried to behead him. And let me tell you something, nothing gives nobody power now. When you try to kill me and you miss, that's why 50 Cent be doing it easy to do it now. You give people, you try to cut the head off. They tried. And they missed.
But then that also
And you know what that gave him? More power. Now he feels like he's unstoppable.
Inability to politically maneuver.
And it also lets you see that man is not giving up that power easily. And he's going to fight to the death for that power. Yeah. Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
He's 73. How much?
Hi, good evening.
He in the star.
How are you, caller?
I'm well, Mr. Levan and Ms. Francesco.
Mm-hmm.
I am still of the belief that it takes a village to raise a child.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the parents of today are allowing these children to grow themselves up.
Mm-hmm.
They have 2 and 3 jobs, so therefore the children are there to care for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And that aspect, the devil will find work for idle hands.
Sure.
I would like to commend a good, decent bishop in the Church of God.
Oh, praise the Lord.
He is on the corner of Carmichael and Shrimp Road, Bishop Carlton Adley.
He sounds like a
Bishop Adley has a program going on at this time, a community band. And he has afforded anyone the opportunity to learn an instrument free of charge.
Oh, bless the Lord. He's straight to God.
He provides the instrument from ages 7 and up. He has extended the invitation to parents.
Yes.
Don't just send your children. Come and learn an instrument yourself.
Oh, praise the Lord.
So we have grandparents who are part of this band with their grandchildren.
Yeah.
We have mothers who are part of this band with their children.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Levan, I agree with you, to a certain extent, when you said allow them to pee in the cup. But I think it's the parents who need to pee in the cup.
Them too. And when they finish, send them to Bishop Adley. That's a decent
Thank
bishop.
you. I actually, shout out to you,
Thank
Bishop.
you so much.
Thank you. And, she actually made a good point, and it was the point I think I was trying to make quickly before we went to the break when I talked about child support. I honestly feel like you cannot fault me for working 2 or 3 jobs to take care of my kid because the daddy decided to leave and ain't giving me no money. Either I stay home and be the parent that I need to be to this kid, and the 2 we starve, or I go to work and try to make some money.
Or you could take the last bit of meal and give the meal to the prophet, and then God will put oil and flour in your barnyard. And that's exactly what happened in the Bible. You just don't know no prophets.
Every time I try to put my faith in you, you just say something that makes sense. Bishop. You just spew. Let's wrap up the calls. Hi, caller.
Yeah, let's take one.
Hi, caller. Welcome to the show.
Caller, you there?
Yeah.
Hey, how are you? Welcome to the show.
I agree with,
No, cut the radio down. Listen to us. We on the phone.
I agree with the gentleman who talking. I don't have a radio on. I don't have a radio.
Okay.
I had 7 kids. 7. 4 boys and 3 girls. 4 boys. And I used to wait till Princess Towers, go to wait from 3 to 11. Leave them home.
She's listening to herself.
And leave them. One is first officer on Bahamas Air.
Yeah. Stop it.
Yeah, and nobody could beat him flying plane.
Stop it.
And one is first officer on Western Air. Listen.
Thank you very much, caller. And you can't beat her sons, them who she used to leave home flying no plane.
Why y'all two so playful me?
They the best plane
Mom
flying.
say she ain't at no radio. She never say she ain't at no TV. Because something was playing in the background.
Oh, the Spirit of the Lord must be repeating the shit up.
But I get what she's saying, but times have changed. And you know,
Okay.
even when we talk about a village, someone say, what's she listening to if the radio, you know? Anyway, I try to be
This how
serious.
y'all know the show live.
I'm trying to be serious. Come on. Yo, I can't read these comments. But what I was trying to say was, it can't be a village anymore because people don't trust the village anymore.
To work.
Not village in the work, but and you know what? Single mothers get blamed for a lot in this country, right? They keep reading the comments, y'all are disgusting people. But if they send the uncle and the uncle touch the child or something, they could say the mummy should have been watching the child.
Sure.
If the mummy go to work to take care of the child and something happens while the mummy is to work, the mummy should have been home to take care of the child. So it's like, what you could do?
You should call that woman right there
you
so she
raising
can
her,
teach
tell y'all
y'all
what she do.
to make her two sons police officers.
You raising the village, you can't trust your village because if you open these newspapers and you listen to these stories, the ones that are touching these little children is the village.
Oh boy.
It's the uncles, it's the grandfathers. There was a story about a grandfather. The mummy moved home because she couldn't, I guess she couldn't make it out there, and the mummy say, the Grammy said, come on home, and the grandfather molested the grandchild, so it's like people don't trust the village no more.
No, and that's a very, very...
You know, I can't leave you. Back in the day, the neighbors could have watched you because the minute you
don't
walk
hold
out the house, I don't want them neighbors have nothing to do with not my neighbors. I have good
My
neighbors.
neighbor name.
I didn't know what my neighbor's name either. I ain't gonna lie, but I'm just saying, times are changing. And shout out to that lady for being able to raise 7 good kids and a Bahamas
And 2
pilot.
police officers.
But
and
everybody,
1 Western Air pilot. Don't leave him out.
everybody ain't able to do it. It's time for us to wrap up. I know
Yep.
it's Friday.
It's
The
Friday.
lines are closed. He have a speech he always is have to give. I tell him you gotta cut this down.
But I lost one of my very dear friends this week.
Okay.
And so I just wanted to end this week by allowing my now deceased friend to let you all go this Friday with wonderful safety advice.
Okay, so are you not going to do your little spiel at the end?
Don't
you
make
have
me lie
to
to you.
choose.
Don't make me lie to you.
You have to
Let's go
choose.
to the clip.
What y'all said? Hey, y'all remember back then when Brave deterrent the crime was just get a whistle? That's how I imagine I'd have been wearing my whistle in time of need. Like, because you know, Brave say, if there was trouble afoot, just bust a whistle. That's all you had to do. All he said, just say get a whistle, you know? Trouble creeping up from behind you? No, sir, not today. Trouble around the corner? Stop it. Trouble deterred. Is that a gun? Gun disappear. You were safe. You safe as ever once you had your whistle? You was safe in the city, but is that a knife? Knife be gone. You could walk all the streets, walk any streets, anywhere, anytime, any day, in the club, anywhere you is. You're safe. Once you got your whistle, and I got mine, baby. Trouble free. That's a freaking No more gangsters scare. Gangsters don't scare me. No violence don't scare me. As long as I got my trusty whistle, I safe. Safe on the streets of the 242. That's what he said. I said.
And so as you go this weekend into your happy places.
Either or. Either or.
Do you have a whistle?
Either or.
Because you ain't about to make me feel unsafe in here today. I just want to let you know. I got my whistle. I can't explain why you don't have no whistle. Brave say. I am engaging the tools that will keep me safe, and therefore, Francesca, I am safe. And I'm not letting you threaten me or put my life in fear. I had enough of that.
Give me this.
Hey, lady, crazy lady.
I promise you, you ain't gonna have that whistle. Come Monday, that whistle will be gone.
Commissioner, she just threatened to steal. We gotta get at least
Destroy
assault
that whistle.
and cause damage to private property. We gotta get but 18 months out of this.
It's time for us to go. Thank you.
Yeah, so we gotta at least tell them, right, this weekend, do everything in your power to make sure, what? That you don't kill nobody.
Okay, all right. And
More
nobody
important
kill
than that. You make sure nobody don't kill you.
We'll
Get
see you
yourself a
guys on
whistle, eh?
Monday.
We'll see you Monday.
Cannot stand you, this whistle.